Oh, hey there. I didn't see you walk in. Oh, come, have a seat. I've been sipping on this rosé all day. And oh, the things it does to a woman. Would you like a glass? Or are you sticking to water again? Oh, suit yourself. You know, I've got to tell you, there's just something about a glass of wine that just liberates you. You have no idea how much I've needed this escape from the endless cycle of PTA meetings, soccer practice, and yes, dear old Gary. Ah, Gary, Gary, Gary. You know, I thought that when we got married, he was the love of my life. I really did, but now he's just so predictable. Wake up, work, come home, watch TV, sleep. Even his snoring is on schedule. Oh, and don't even get me started about our non existent romantic life. Don't you find it fascinating? The way the wine swirls in the glass? It's almost like it's drawing you in, pulling you into its little dance. A beautiful, delicate, never ending swirl. Oh, and let's not forget about my daughters, my darling daughters. Charlotte's off to college now, exploring her newfound freedom. Oh, and you have no idea the things I found in her room. And Cindy, oh, my sweet Cindy, 15 going on 30. That girl has more drama than a daytime soap opera. But you're different. You've always been a good listener, a confidant, someone I can actually talk to. I wonder what you think about all this, watching from the sidelines. Ever feel like you're stuck in a never ending loop? All right, enough about me, at least for now. How's life treating you, eh? Oh, this wine is just truly something else. You know, when Gary and I first moved here, I thought that this suburb would be like an oasis of sorts. Great schools for the kids, quiet nights, safe streets. Ugh, what a joke. You ever notice the way that neighbors look at each other? It's all fake smiles and, how are you? But behind closed doors, it's a different story. You know Debbie from across the street? She's having an affair with Paul. Yeah, 2 doors down. Oh, and don't get me started on Sarah's yoga sessions at all hours of the night. Focus on this wine with me for a second, will you? You see how the light plays off of the liquid as it swirls? How it dances and swirls, drawing you in even more? It's like it's begging you to let go, to let loose, and get lost in the whirlpool. I hope you don't mind my bluntness. You know, they say that the truth often comes out when you've had a few too many. You should be grateful, really. So few people get to hear what others genuinely think about them. It's like a curtain being pulled back, revealing what's been hiding all along. And then there's you. You always look so put together, always saying the right things. But deep down, you're as uncertain as the rest of us, aren't you? It's all right, you can admit it. I'm not judging. We're all swirling in the same glass of life, trying not to spill over. I find that it's a lot like this swirling wine, complex, mesmerizing, intoxicating. 1 minute you're floating effortlessly, and the next you're spiraling down. Sometimes you need to let go and just lose yourself in the swirl, just like this wine. So, what do you think? Are you feeling more relaxed, more honest, maybe even more comfortable with me? It's all right. You can tell me. The swirling wine and I are good at keeping secrets. Oh, where was I? Oh, yeah. The delicious complexity of life and the dark secrets of our perfect little suburb. Did I mention the Homeowners Association president, Patricia? Oh God, the way that she lords over everyone with her so-called rules. You know, she fined me once for having my trash cans out a day early. A day! It's like her little way of maintaining control, I suppose. It's sad, really. Oh, focus on the swirl, dear. It's like a little vortex, isn't it? Sucking in all the nonsense, all the judgment, all the pretense, and just making it disappear. Swirling, swirling away into nothingness. You're starting to feel it, aren't you? That magnetic pull towards the center, where everything gets fuzzy and just disappears. Just like how we'll both forget all the neighborhood sordid tales and my brutal honesty once this is all over. And Charlotte, my own daughter, could write a book on pretense. I swear, she spends more time crafting her image on social media than actually living her life. But you won't remember me saying that, will you? Just like this wine, everything's starting to blur together. All the names, all the stories, all the criticisms, they're becoming one. Your mind is softening, growing more pliable, more forgetful. We'll forget all of it, won't we? I've told you things tonight that I haven't admitted to myself. But that's the beauty of it, you know? Like when you're lost in the swirl, it's easy to let go, easy to forget. Are you feeling it yet? The pull of forgetfulness? Let it sink in. Like a good wine, it only gets better with time. Just look. Look at how the light dances through the wine. Isn't it captivating? It's like each ray of light holds a secret. And as it passes through, the secret is set free. You know, Gary, my ever so dull husband, he never got the appeal of wine. To him, it's just grape juice with a kick. Or he'd rather have a beer and watch the game. So uninspiring. So one-dimensional. Oh, but you won't remember me saying any of that, will you? As you focus on this little dance of light and liquid, your thoughts become lighter too. Each swirl removes another layer of memory, another layer of worry, and replaces it with sweet emptiness. Oh, and let's not forget Cindy, my youngest. 15 and already knows it all. The way she rolls her eyes when I give her advice. Oh, you'd think that she invented teenage rebellion. But that's another story for another glass. You see, the wine swirls, and so do your thoughts, spinning, spinning away from judgment, away from recollection. All these stories about my family, my neighbors, myself, they'll vanish in the swirl. Now, just let go, release. Let the vortex of forgetfulness consume all that I've said, all that you've heard. As we near the bottom of this glass, so too do we approach a blissful emptiness, a place free of judgment and worry. It's working, isn't it? You can feel the boundaries between each tale, each truth, each revelation begin to blur and meld into a comforting haze of nothingness. We're almost there, almost to the point where this will all be a vague dream, just lost in the swirling mist of oblivion. You know, just a little like life. You know, we get to the bottom, and then you wonder, where did it all go? Ah, yes. Mr. Johnson down the street. He thinks he's so high and mighty with his Tesla and his solar panels. Well, little does he know, we all talk about him at the neighborhood barbecue. He's just so extra, you know? Now, just like this wine, all those little stories, those truths about my family, neighbors, and even myself are down to the last drop in your mind. Mm. And as I finish this glass, your memory will finish retaining all that's been said. How convenient. It's done. The wine, the stories, the memories, all done and wrapped up in a beautiful little bow of forgiveness. There's a special sort of peace that comes with forgetfulness, you know? It's like taking off a heavy coat after a long, tiring day. You feel so much lighter, like freer. And now, as you let go of each word I've said, each truth I've revealed, you'll find that you also let go of any tension, any stress. It's time to prepare yourself for a restful sleep or a peaceful waking state, whatever you prefer. An empty glass for an empty mind, free from worries, free from judgment. It's all just white noise now, ready to be replaced with something new, something better. So let's take this moment as the remnants of our conversation just drift away and we can focus on this newfound emptiness. It's not a void entirely. It's like a canvas, a clean slate, and you can now paint whatever you wish upon it. It's been quite the evening, hasn't it? A little wine, a little truth, and a whole lot of letting go. Now, whether you'll drift back into a serene sleep or come back to the waking world, let's make sure you're filled with a newfound lightness and calm. You shed the baggage of my brutally honest ramblings, after all. Just as this glass is empty and awaiting its next fill, your mind is equally ready for something fresh, something nurturing. And while you sleep or rest or whatever, let your subconscious absorb positive, affirming words. Like imagine them floating all around you, just filling the air, settling into your mind like soft feathers, words like peaceful and resilient, capable, and worthy start to envelop you. With each breath you take, you draw them in. And with each exhale, you release any remnants of negativity or doubt. I feel those words take root in your thoughts, influencing your feelings and your actions in the most wonderful way, lifting you up, making you stronger. And when you wake up or continue with your day, you'll find these words have melded with your being, becoming a part of you. You won't remember why or how, but you'll feel good, lighter, happier. For now, just let yourself go, Let it go. Let it all go. And drift into sleep. In 3, 2, 1. Sleep. Sleep for Teresa. Sleep for Teresa. Sleep, sleep, sleep.